Hi guys, just a really quick video to give you an idea of what breath does. Now this is pre-mixed, pre-diluted. When we send it out, it's in the little pouch bags because it's safer to send it that way, but we put a bottle in that's got a needle top cap as well. Okay, what I'm doing here is just tilting back and forth to build up the layers of the breath. It's very light if you do it on your first layer, which is what people love about it. But if you want to build up the opacity, just rock it back and forth. This one is simply to show you the breath without putting any air on it. It's just tilting it. But as you can see, you can get some lovely white effects doing that. It's very humid here, so I hope we don't see any glugginess. Doesn't seem to be. Okay, that's just with the one pass and a couple of tilts. I'll put a little bit more on, just to show you what it's like to build it up. Now that looks like a fair amount, but this is a tiny little scrap of the raku paper. Now I'll just go back into that area a little. Just rock it around. Just to show you what it's like when we build up some of those particles in there, and we have varying opacities across what we're doing. I'm going to keep it thicker towards the middle if I can manipulate it that way, just so that we've got a thicker middle. I hope this lighting's okay at this time at night. I've been very busy during the day. I thought, why, Sonny's in watching telly, I'd just try to do two really quick little ones. Now you'll see that it is slower to dry than your regular alcohol inks. But for me, that's part of the beauty of it, because it just gives you slightly more control. I'm getting a sore throat, you can hear that, can't you? Anyway, it's almost dry now. I'm going to set that aside and we'll have another look at it in a second. But you can see the one where I've done the quick pass, where I've done a couple of passes, and then as it thickens up here. So that's the difference in opacity in just very fast rocking. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll put that aside, and it can dry as much as it wants. And then I'm going to blow this a little bit with the airbrush, or just really just that pushing it there. And then I'll put a little bit of colour in, and that just gives you one more idea for tonight. And I'll try to see if I can build this up a bit over a few nights. Okay, just rocking, and that's probably enough. And this is silly. I want to put a bit of gold in. Oopsie daisies, what are you doing, lady? A couple of drops of gold, and then I will do as I said and put some colour in. I'll just look for one that's got an easy lid. This is just the Ranger Watermelon, I think that says, but these eyes are not 20 anymore, or 30, or 40, or 50. I'll stop now. Now here, I'm just blowing from behind really gently. I probably took a little bit too much time, but this is just to get an interesting effect. And what I'm finding is the paintings that you spend really little time on, you just sort of put your ink down, you blow and you go with what it is, they're actually the nicest organic ones. I'm going to put some more in because I did let that dry for too long because it's such a small amount. Now this may spoil it. If it does, I'll do another one at another time. It's also fun to see what things do at different stages anyway. Off you go. Be free, little ink, be free. I love coming in sideways and making folds. And you know what, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't like the splatter at the end, which if this was an important piece, I'd go in with a cotton bud and clean it off. But it's not an important piece, but that's actually really pretty. So that breath just gives a lovely base for ethereal abstracts, or just building it up in layers, you get more than just a base. You get some nice opacity. Actually, just to show you that, even though I have this thing about saving things that are pretty, I'm going to actually go in and build up a bit more opacity. It's not fair to just cut you off there. And I'm going to do it with the airbrush as well, so that I'm sort of sticking to the one sort of theme. Now, I have no idea if this will work aesthetically, as we never do really with the alcohol inks, do we? I'm coming in and doing it from side to side again too, because, as I say, I'm really taking a lot of pleasure in the folding stuff that happens when you do it like that. Blow it off the end. And sometimes if you've got a little puddle that looks interesting, leave it, don't blow it any further. I actually like that too. Now I have no idea, because this is the first time I've ever put the phone into this funny little stand, which is falling over because it's front heavy, so I've put a hairdryer around the back leg. So that might be upside down. Now just in case it is, because I won't know until I go and have a look at this video, I'll turn it that way as well. So for a couple of seconds work, this breath really gives you effective bases for your abstracts. And then, you know, if I was playing like on a big piece, I'd probably come in, well no, I'd definitely come in and put some suspended crystal and little bits of magic, just because that's how I roll. But there you go, that's a quick one with breath. We'll do another one tomorrow night. Now I've got to figure out how to turn my phone off without putting my big head in it. So anyway, that's my little experiment for tonight. I hope you like it and get something out of it. Bye guys.